Old Guy Talks is all about creating a kick-ass life for yourself and those that you love. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate. Opt in now. Being creative as a team. This is Ors, the official old guy at www.oldguytalks.com, helping older guys create kick-ass lives for themselves and those that they love. If you like this, then share it. So being creative as a team, the old guy is in a bit of a, well, unusual circumstance for himself. That's the only way I can describe it. It's an unusual circumstance for himself. In the past, in my previous life, I have been doing some creative stuff. Not a lot, but a little bit. But most of the time, I've been doing it solo. Now, I've had a little input from some employees that work for me and maybe a few others, some consultants, all that. At the end of the day, though, I was totally responsible, and I created the stuff, good or bad, getting results or not getting results. I was totally responsible for it. Now, I've hired someone to help me run my Facebook traffic and run my ads. And I am relying on them to create the content that's going to be, well, effective. And recently I got some samples from them, and I did not like, I got 3 samples of some video ads. 2 of them I did not care for at all, and 1 of them I kind of liked, but I wasn't really in love with anything. My initial reaction was, did I hire the right person? And that always, you kind of wonder, like at the very beginning, did I actually make the right decision? And I do believe I did. At the same time, one of the things that I have not learned how to do, one of the skills that I have not developed, is the ability to work collaboratively on something creative with another individual or a group of individuals. And that requires a certain amount of patience, awareness, and a skill set that I currently do not possess. Now, at the end of the day, as long as something is, well, consistent with my brand, consistent with who I am in the world, and reflects my values, I don't have a problem with any sorts of different kinds of advertising. And I do understand that the fact is that I may not be the judge, I may not be the best judge of what is actually good and will actually work. There's a possibility that I don't understand what the trigger points are for my audience, and that maybe the person I've hired has a better understanding, and maybe they don't. The reality of it is we don't know until we start testing. And this is what everybody tells me in this business. This is a new business, this is a new venture for me. He says you don't know until you start testing, and you got to test a lot of different things in a lot of different ways out there. And once you do that, once you start to narrow down what's going to work and what doesn't, then you have an idea, and you let the results tell you, well, this is good, this is bad. And sometimes the results can be crushing. They can be crushing to you personally, because you have this idea in your head about what works and what doesn't. And when it doesn't, when the reality hits you, well, then it makes you wonder about your judgment, about what you were thinking and how you were perceiving things. At the same time, you can learn, you can use this feedback, as a way to develop the skill set to understand what will work in the future. So where you start at the very beginning, is not where you end. And you can use this feedback of information that you get from the marketplace, to hone your skills, to become a better marketer, to become a better communicator, to learn how to deal with people effectively through media or in person. In this particular case, most of the time it's going to be through media, social media in one way or the other, whether it be video ads, whether it's going to be images, whether it's going to be text, it's going to be copy. But that process is one that you have to go through. It's not like you're going to wake up one day and say, oh, I'm the world's best marketer, I'm the world's best at whatever you do. In order to get to the very good, expert, elite category, you first must travel through the valley of sucking at doing something. And none of us likes to be there. I don't like to be there. You don't like to be there. And sometimes we have to let other people help us get through this, find mentors, guides, people that are more experienced. So let me ask you, how do you deal with other people in collaborating on creative projects? Remember, it's all about creating a kick-ass life for yourself and those that you love. Old Guy Talks is all about creating a kick-ass life for yourself and those that you love. Don't wait, don't hesitate, don't procrastinate. Opt in now.